This is the awful 1984 director's commentary. So Moses Torres, you are the musical genius of Spinach Studios.
Yeah.
So what is it? What goes into the songwriting process when you're composing the soundtracks for your films?
Oh, well, the first thing I think about is percussion. So, wind chimes, clave, occasional snare drum when it's not supposed to be played. Basic stuff,
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, when you're thinking, like... when you're thinking, like, sound design, you think of the greats like Scorsese and Kubrick, and, you're thinking of great composers like John Williams. You gotta take influence,
Can I add to the discussion?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Justin Spinach.
Spinach Studios.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like the music really adds to the movie. Like it defines the emotion and tone you're trying to convey. Like that scene in Lion King where they do. No, that's a bad example. Give me a sec. So like the scene in Star Wars when the Imperial March is playing, Darth Vader's really heavy evil kind of leadership piece. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's really supposed to convey the tone of hey, this is the dude, this is the villain of the movie. This is a bad example. Let me think of a different one.
Oh yeah.
Okay, for example, one of our films.
All right, so moving on. So tell us about your cameraman, Jay Choff.
First of all, can you back the fuck up? All right, thanks. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's that cameraman? Oh yeah, Jay Choff.
Okay.
Jay Choff. He's an intern. We don't pay him.
We really don't pay him.
Yeah, no.
If anything, he pays us.
Yeah.
He's good though.
He's very good actually.
Yeah, he's actually probably the best.
He adds a lot to the film because
department, in any department actually.
Yeah, it really captures the shots that we're looking for, and I think his work is underappreciated. That he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Do you agree with me?
I would definitely say that's fair.
Honestly, yeah.
Fair analysis.
It's just, but it's hard to give credit when you don't see him on screen. You don't really.
Not to say he's not a good actor because if he has his moments.
If you pay attention to some of our films, he actually has a few cameos. To name a few, he's
proper remake. He's
in a proper remake, he's the
stocking up. It's a good line. It's a great delivery.
You're
talking about the delivery. It was
in
top
a secret project that has not been released yet. He's actually a cashier again. He's also plays a certain grocery store. Like an entire grocery store.
Yeah, well, we can't reveal too much
because our agents.
Yeah, our lawyers.
We don't want to leak anything.
Highly advised.
But we'll be out by the end of
anyway,
2020.
Yeah. All right, next question.
No, wait, I'm not done. The thing is because when you have an actor, his work is very out there. You know what I mean? You're watching it all times.
Well, that's not to say that there can't be an underappreciated
But you're not focused
actor,
on how good the shots are. If you had someone just shaking it around, you still see the actor. You know what I'm trying to say.
He's underappreciated.
It's Jay Choff.
He deserves more
Cameraman
credit than what he deserves.
Right.
Cameraman Choff. Next question.
How about this? If Jay Choff was here right now, what would you say to him?
Don't tell me. Did you bring in Jay Choff?
Jay Choff, come on in. Just kidding, I didn't bring him.
Oh, okay. Well,
I would say, you want to get tucked in, homie? Or actually, I'd probably make fun of him and say, Gay Choff's girl.
Okay, yeah. Next question, please. Keep gonna stay on your phone and are you recording?
Yes.
Oh, stop for a sec.
So Justin, what was the inspiration for awful 1984 interpretation?
All right, so way back, I'm going back to the 2010s here. I had this English class in Troy High School. I don't know if you've heard of it. Smaller high school, and I was it sophomore year? Yeah, sophomore year. We had this teacher. His name was Mr. Matthew Robinson, also known as Coach Rob. And early in the year, I'd say around December maybe, he had us read this book. You may not have heard of it. It's kind of like a hidden gem kind of thing. It's 1984 by George Orwell. I definitely read it if you haven't checked it out already. It's a lot of interesting concepts and ideologies. For school, we had a project, and one of the choices for the project was film a movie. All right. And our work was actually heavily inspired by 1984 because it was a project on 1984. There are a lot of Orwellian concepts in it, which you don't understand the term if you read 1984 by George Orwell. And basically what inspired us was the book. The book inspired the remake, or interpretation, excuse me, because while he did do the story justice, I felt that we stayed more true to the original year of 1984 than George Orwell did. Like, he wasn't alive in 1984, so I don't feel he had as much...
That's a great point. Can we just talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
He wasn't even alive in 1984. Are you goddamn kidding me?
Okay, so guys, I have to ask.
Yeah.
How did you guys pull off the amazing special effects in Spider-Moses Homecoming?
I actually love talking about this.
Let me just say, like, I'm going to get off topic here, but, like, we have the best special effects, believe me.
Yeah, can we just... Yeah.
Okay,
I
anyway.
hate to humble brag. I'm
You know
sorry,
you can get
to brag
up.
here, but...
Yeah, humble bag. Most people don't actually know how humble I really am.
Yeah, I mean,
But
we're very humble people.
Exactly, but anyway.
Extremely, I would say.
Would you like to discuss this?
I would actually...
You were the lead.
I would love to discuss this. So...
Well, wait, to start off, which special effect would you like to go over first?
So, okay, the fight scene was particularly interesting to many fans.
Okay, well, so... I know you can't tell. This would be impossible to tell unless you were there. But we actually just took like still pictures.
Han, are you sitting down? It'd be kind of weird if you were standing up watching this. But not you. Like I'm talking to the audience. Okay, yeah.
So
it'd be weird if the audience was standing. Am I right?
Jesus Christ. Don't touch
Okay.
me. So you would never be able to tell us unless you were there. But we actually took, and don't tell anyone. This is our secret. We took.
Wait. No, it's fine.
Okay. Yeah. We actually used pictures, like cut out pictures,
Like from a coloring book.
Yeah, like from a coloring book. You wouldn't be able to tell because it's so goddamn realistic, but it's like.
Yeah, and
if you want to sit down for this, I don't mind because this is probably blowing your mind right now. But.
What? Oh, what we're just talking about. I thought you were
talking
something else. Yeah. Yeah, I think it wasn't so much that like. It does have a very aesthetic appeal to it, but I think we just want to be unique and something that other directors weren't really doing at the time.
True.
And, yeah, so you can't really pick up what's going on. Like if you see CGI or stop motion, you recognize it instantly because it's been used plenty of times. But when people see ours, and first of all, it's very realistic. It looks nice. But I feel like it brought a lot to the table in the world of film.
Funny enough, I'm humble, but I'm just gonna throw this out there. J-Chop actually wasn't there for the recording. That was all us. Our cinematography was on.
Not to downplay J-Chop because he's
brilliant.
He's very good. But I just like to bring attention to our camera work.
We did.
Pat on the back, as the kids say. Any other special effects while we're on the subject?
Yeah. So, again, in Spider-Moses, I noticed that.
It's one of my favorites.
That's great. It's a classic.
The flip. The thwip?
Oh, okay. Thwip.
This is Justin's idea.
Okay, so...
Go ahead.
So, since we're more of an indie studio, obviously we're more AAA now, but we didn't have the budget at the time, and it was also kind of a self-challenge. Like, we could have easily taken a loan. But the idea of doing a small-scale budget, like some like indie films we have heard of, like Proper Violence, like Saw, or like Simpsons, something low-scale.
Yeah.
It's hard to get good special effects budget. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
The web, as it's named.
Web slinging.
Yes, because it's Spider-Man's signature move. If you've heard of Spider-Man.
It's a bit of an obscure character. I mean, we know we're trying to be.
Yeah, we're digging up new.
I mean,
material.
Proper Violence was so mainstream. We just wanted to go a little under.
Yeah. So what it is, we had a state-of-the-art engineer design this.
This app, it's called Snapchat. I don't know if you remember.
No, we're not talking about that special effect. He designed this state-of-the-art web shooting device. So basically what it is a tape measure is attached to the wrist of the lead character. And we pulled out the tape measuring part. And we held it against the camera so it looks like the web was shooting camera. We let it slide back. And using Snapchat trademark, we reverse the footage so it looks like it's coming at you at the camera, and I felt like the audiences really enjoyed that. It was a very enjoyable scene. It looked, obviously it wasn't real, but like I think they really enjoyed how real it felt. It was like they were there with Spider-Moses experiencing.
Now, Moses.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a personal question, but are you in fact Spider-Moses?
Yeah, my lawyer. I can't say that. My lawyer would kill me.
Come on.
Next question. No more questions about that.
Come on, give us a twist.
You can ask another question to me in the meantime. Just bring up Italian reflexive verbs.
So Justin,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry, excuse me. You've also expanded Spinach Studios' repertoire of films by going into the educational field with Italian reflexive verbs. What was that like?
Yeah. So, going way back, now you've already heard this story, back in high school, we had an Italian project and we had a, pardon me, to
It's probably all the
demonstrate
mold
our-
spores in this basement.
our knowledge of reflexive verbs in the Italian dialect. First of all, the Italian language was adopted by Dante Alighieri in I want to say the 1400s. It might be too late, but anyway.
Yeah, I think you're going too late.
I think-
you might have to back up.
Anyway, he wrote Dante's Inferno. It featured another famous artist at the time, Virgil. Great works. But anyway, yeah, Italian. So we need to do reflexive verbs. I don't know what a reflexive verb is, but me and some kid in the class, I was like, hey, help me out on this film. Independent director, and I'll make you famous. It'll be your lead into the movie industry. And it turns out he's already actually in one of our movies. I just didn't remember. But so I wanted to expand our film studio to the educational demographic because in this day and age, in the modern information era, is it the information era still?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Generation.
Generation Z. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 3 was Holland, but
True.
The educational platform, YouTube, and like in schools, YouTube and other video sites like Dailymotion, League, Hentai.com.
That's a good one.
Dailymotion,
good
123 Movies.
Good one.
X videos.
The Hub.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Anyway, they're using a lot more of the school systems for teaching because it's easier for a teacher to pull up a video of someone else teaching than actually teaching themselves. And a lot of times the flash and colors help stimulate the students. And we thought it was a very profitable market, and we really here at Spinach Studios care deeply about the future of our world. So we just did a little short on the reflexive verbs in Italian, and we tried to spice it up, keep it interesting. And I'd say it was a hit.
Yeah.
I don't want to brag too much. We're very humble.
Very humble.
My Moses here didn't actually have a part in that film. He was busy that day, but we'd love to have him for the next educational video, like maybe something like Sig Figs.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I think if you're one of the viewers that liked Italian reflexive verbs, even not for the educational aspect, just to see the personalities involved, you'll really like our next ones.
The emotional experience that really comes with reflexive verbs. I mean, reflexive verbs really reflect oneself, and I think the viewers appreciate
Stop
it.
trying to be poetic. You're not poetic.
Like Io amo Moses.
Fuck you, Moses.
All right, next question, please. Emotional, bad.
Okay, so Moses, this one's for you. You've led in many of Spinach Studios' films, as well as co-directing them. So you really hold a pretty high.
Music director.
Right, you hold a pretty high position.
And co-cameraman.
Yes, you. My point is, you hold a very high position in the studio. So.
And writer.
So we get it. You're kind of a jack of all trades.
I'm gonna say.
And
I'm
kind
humble,
of a jackass, but
I'm also very humble. That's
right.
Just let me ask the question.
I'm sorry.
What out of all your roles, I find that your role in the story of Jesus Christ to be possibly one of the most powerful roles. And I want to know what was that like, putting yourself in the position of Jesus Christ himself? What emotional baggage did that?
Are we talking about the story of Jesus Christ 1 or 2?
1.
1. That was a rough one.
What was it
You're
like?
gonna have to give him a minute.
The first time.
Just while he's recuperating himself, I just know it was a very emotional role to take on. When you take on the role of a character, you become that character, and all of their struggles, they get put onto you, and you kind of live with them after that. Like a lot of actors say that, like once they're done the movie, and like if it wasn't a happy ending, they feel like that is left with them, that they didn't get to finish their character arc, and they're stuck in the limbo of not being able to like reach their goals. Are you gonna be able to answer this question?
All right. Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it was tough. Method acting. It's an art. It's a trade. I tend to find myself too good at it sometimes. Actually. Sorry. Some people really put themselves in their character shoes, and I tried my hardest. And crap. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's just okay. Focus.
I just feel like, in this case, the character, it was so real to me. Like I connected with it so easily.
What's something?
But yet it was so hard to truly hone it.
I don't know if you guys know about Jesus Christ, because I know this is one of our more hidden films. For the average viewer, may not be able to handle it. I'm not trying to insult you. It's just there's a lot of concepts that you won't understand, and it's just a very moving piece. And I don't think a lot of the more feeble-minded. I'm not calling you dumb. I just mean like emotionally, if you aren't strong and connected to your emotions, it's going to be a hard piece for you to watch, because I don't think the wall holding back your emotions will be able to withstand the pressure, because pressure is inversely proportional to volume, and the volume of emotion in our piece, it's a lot. Is there anything that you want to that you can take away from being Jesus Christ? If you haven't heard of him, look it up. Pretty cool guy. That you want to share with the audience, maybe an inside look on what it's like being Jesus.
Some people consider our movies art films. We're really trying to put ourselves out there. Putting everything out there. I just feel like Jesus Christ is the easiest caravan to get me there. I felt as if that role was to me, as someone like Sonic the Hedgehog, another very serious piece, could be to like an actor like what's his name? What's his name? The actor from Sonic the Hedgehog, the underground.
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. There you go. It's just like it's that caravan that actor needed, and that got him there. I think that's what got me there.
And then he went on to star in Family Matters.
Exactly.
So.
It's just.
It was a lot on him. I know there were weeks spent in the trailer.
It's hard to think
just
about.
Coping with, it was very difficult.
I still get
because
PTSD to
just
this day.
having a hole not in your heart but your hands and feet, because you're Jesus.
Some of my camera work doesn't hold up as much. There's shaking.
Yeah, you could really tell if you were paying attention in the film and some of the bonus features. If you bought the collector's set, which you have to be a premium member on our wiki page to have access to that feature, you can see his face just tear stained, and you can see how shaky he is in some scenes because.
Can you zoom in? You zoom in right here. You can see it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
You saw it. Yeah. Next question. Fuck you for bringing that up.
Did.
Damn it.
So. We're just about to wrap this up here. Okay, guys. So. Why don't you tell us a bit about the cast of all your movies? Why don't you start with yourselves, because your first film only starred you two.
Yeah, we also did the camera.
There's actually, before we get into that, Eric was supposed to be in the film, but he conned us.
Yeah, Eric.
Kind of like a.
Will Eric ever appear in a film? Do you think? Will he ever reprise his?
He was the catalyst for our first film, so definitely we'll get him as a cameo. But we'll move right along here. Would you like to?
I'll say
yes.
Exactly. So my homie Justin here. Justin.
Does he tuck you in at night?
Homie?
He does tuck me in at night. Not many people know.
We want to keep it semi-professional now. Okay.
Yeah. He's a 6'7" child who he goes to the extremely prestigious university for films, Troy High School. He's a great guy. Nice hair.
Cut to my acting.
Okay. Sorry. How could I forget? He's a phenomenal actor. He doesn't put himself. He makes every role his own. He doesn't do any method acting. He's just straight into his role, and he makes it his own. He does a great job making roles his own. He like a great example would be the guy from the Shop. He's so many classic quotable lines. I mean, I think that itself makes Night Off 1984 Interpretation one of the most quotable movies of all time.
I'm tearing up here. Wow.
Okay.
So beautiful. Wow.
I mean, stuff like that. Doc Ock, Uncle Ben. Let's talk about that performance for a second. I was crying. Even on, you could hear it in my voice when I was delivering my line after that. I was tearing up. It was too much. It was so sad.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
Are you
okay?
Well, I mean, it's Moses is definitely a star of Spinach Studios XD. He's in. It isn't a Spinach Studios production without Moses, which is a fatal flaw in some of our videos, and he brings a lot to the table. He comes to work every day, and he's not there for the paycheck. He's there for the experience and for the audience. He really is, and
I'll say.
Just to name a few roles, he played Winston in Off 98 for Temptation. Winston. Funny story. Proper remake. He played Morgan. Yeah. Spider Moses, obviously, and he's in all the behind the scenes. A bunch of dudes in the woods. Diego Field takes.
Classic.
The new Hidden Secret movie coming up. And this video. He's the face of the studio. My favorite role. That's a hard one. I have to say in a proper remake as Morgan. That was his name, right?
Morgan.
You can't even tell it's Moses. You think it's Morgan. You really get that whole like sociopath. I just raped a girl and now I'm hanging out with her brother or husband. We're not sure vibe.
Hey, it's a lot to take in.
And it's a lot, and it's very jarring, but it's done very well. And I think
tasteful.
I think I want to move on to the next actor.
Why don't you tell us about Diego? He's
how can we forget about Diego?
Probably one of the newest additions to the
Not
studio.
true, but okay.
He's the youngest. He's the baby.
Diego's he's new to the position. Diego's a fan favorite. He's a classic. He's not really the poster child, but I think for the longtime fans, he's one of the favorites.
He's kind of the underdog.
Yeah. Honestly, he has a minor role as Dustin, a proper remake. Cut to the scene. It's playing right here. Yeah. It's a short scene, but it's very memorable. You know him, you love him. Diego Field takes. Actually, that's my personal favorite of Spinach Studios. He was struggling lines that day, but he was trying really hard. And he was too into the role.
I think the struggling.
He added some comedy to an already serious. Yeah, the struggle.
You could tell that he was
moving
really
on.
Struggling.
Yeah. What about Jay Choff? He's well, you already talked about.
We talked about Jay Choff. He's great.
He's phenomenal.
Let's move on then
Our
to
favorite green boy.
Yes.
Oh, James Heatley.
James Heatley. James was let me tell you a story of James. So, he found out that we were filming the night before the shoot, and
he just came in.
He asked, right in. He's like, "Listen, could I have a role? I'm really into the culture of cinema and music. I'll help out in the score. I'll add a little behind the scenes for the acute vision viewers." Like, sure thing. And he shows up on set, and we're already filming, and he
just jumps right in, doesn't he? He was always there.
He fit right in. He put on that green morph suit. He ate some dirt. And I think he adds lots to the movie because you can watch it so many times and you catch the different things he's doing in the background.
To be fair, that's his only major role.
But I think it added. I think the replayability of a piece of content really adds to it.
I mean, whenever I'm hanging out with my homies, they're always, and I'm tucking them in, they're always like, remember that one green guy? Like that guy just that wouldn't have been the same movie.
Anyone else you can think of?
Yeah, I've got two more in mind.
I do too.
Yeah, me too.
How about the newest one the newest one as of the recording of this is Owen, correct?
Owen the woman, right?
I don't know anything about it.
These two
so
don't.
You gotta
This
fill
is
in for me.
independent work. Owen's very dedicated to the studio. He's a big fan. He's a longtime fan, and we thought we'd bring him on for a few different shorts. And actually, we have a new a cooking show almost be coming out. It's already there. It's just being edited as we speak, and it's very funny. It's not as serious as other videos. It's kind of a metaphor for the ideologies of the current American society and socioeconomic
I would love
normalcies of the world. But
we're
more.
not gonna reveal too much because we want you to think about it.
Surface level, it's just a comedy sketch. But if you dig down deeper, The 200, like if you watch Rick and Morty, you'll really pick up on the hidden themes and messages.
Like a real strong grasp on quantum physics.
It's very deep, and I think Owen adds to that. He brings a new mindset to the table of smart.
Yeah, agreed.
How about the final member, Kevin? He's been a part
No,
of.
he's garbage.
No, he's
I'm
fucking
not
loser.
talking
No,
about him.
let's end it there.
This has been Spinach
Studios.
So Kevin, now we'd like to ask you a question. As a outside member of Spinach Studios, what's it like working for the
company.
studio, the company, the brand?
My life hasn't been easy. Let me tell you. I was born into a world.
We didn't ask about your life. We asked about your career.
I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
We talk about business, please.
I was born into this world without a mother or a father.
We're getting really sidetracked here. We're losing time.
I struggled as a child to find my purpose, and then one day I went to a restaurant and I ate my food and it was good food, and then I paid for my food and I left. And that changed my life.
Can you get to cut to the?
Please.
And when I walked out of the restaurant, I realized that I could change the world by being an extra.
Okay, guys. So one last question, just to wrap up. What plans do you have for the future of Spinach Studios? Where do you want the studio to go? And
Well, we're always looking to move our platform forward, and if that means expanding to other artists, other genres, other everything. We're making a. I know our lawyer told us not to reveal too much, but
We can give a little hint for you.
We're making a musical, actually, guys.
I was actually gonna
It's
bring up that we were gonna move to the music industry.
Well, I mean, as a musician myself, I found it was about time. I mean, I'm a great scorer. I can make great scores, but I've never tried to do a completely original musical. But I think it might be time for that step forward in my musical career. And I mean, I've always tried to make it as a musician. This can achieve both goals in one punch. Kill two birds with one stone per se.
Can I
Yeah,
go
go
off
on.
on a
Yeah,
tangent or
tangent, yeah.
cosign?
Dude,
Go
ahead.
I was thinking documentaries. I was thinking maybe something more educational
Yeah.
could be down the line for us. I was
John
on the complete
Adams.
opposite end. I was thinking maybe a TV series, because I know our movies are a lot to sit through at once and just absorb all at once. All this emotion. Just it's too much.
Can't sugarcoat it.
I was thinking everyone would like to tune in once a week, maybe bi-weekly, every Thursday night, 8 p.m.
15-minute episodes.
Yeah, no, I was thinking maybe 20, 10-minute commercial breaks.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And just
Gotta make money somehow.
I think just think a little bit for the ones
For the
that don't
kid, for the kids.
I was actually I was thinking maybe going into a food review channel, because
reaction
so-
channel.
yeah, let me go off on another tangent, a tangent. When we're on set, we have some good food. We get it catered from like these worldwide chefs, Guy Fieri,
Gordon
Chicken
Ramsay.
Joe's,
Chicken Joe.
Burger King, Market 32,
Shout out.
food court. Anyone?
Tommy T from DeFazio's.
DeFazio's. What?
How did we forget?
The white chicken in Rome.
Recovery
Italy.
Room.
Yeah, recovery room.
That's a great one.
They have sauce on their wings, but we were thinking since we have the connoisseur's palate, that we might go into food reviews, give our audiences a taste of what we like to eat on the set. They'll be closer at home with us, and
It's more than a behind the scenes.
We were
thing.
actually-
It'll be well shot as usual. Jay Choff,
Yes. I also want to go into merchandise actually. T-shirts, coffee mugs, body pillows, cardboard cutouts, posters, hubcaps, coasters. Maybe collector sets. Maybe like a
We'll definitely need some
like a
collector
DVD
sets.
game from like the early 2000s.
Oh yeah, make
those
our own
are-
custom controller.
Those are very
maybe.
fun. Yes.
Minecraft skins.
Yeah.
Roblox skins.
This has been fun. I'm sure we'll do it again. Yeah, Minecraft skins. We're gonna wrap this up. We'll see you next week on Director's Commentary.
All right, that's it. Thanks.
Yeah. I have one more question I want you to do.
Hey.